Hi, this is Dr. Go, and this video is about holding the bow. Not how to hold the bow, because there are many schools of thought on that, but a basic understanding of what teachers mean when they say hold the bow. Does not mean pinch the bow. I see a lot of students coming to me from other teachers, and they're so worried about being able to pick the bow up off the string that they're pinching like this, okay? So the thing is that I remember when I was young, I used to also do that because I was wondering how I was supposed to make my bow jump on slow passages. So I just tried to make it happen. My teacher didn't ask me to do it. I just started doing this to try to figure something out. But what happened then was my sound got very, how to say, it was thin, it was brittle. It wasn't a very pretty sound. So until later, I went to a Russian violin teacher. He changed my bow hand completely, but he told me to use very deep fingers into the bow. So at a point, I felt like I was holding the bow like a cellist. You know, I had my pinky over, these two fingers were deep over, yes, but immediately my sound was way better. In university, when I went to a university, I switched to a different teacher from the Franco-Belgian school, who had also studied with Mr. Galamian and Juilliard, and he gave me a different exercise. He had me put the bow on a stand, so the hair is slightly facing me, and he had me just using the springs to lift the bow, release, lift the bow, release. And the thing is, if you do this correctly, look, the thumb can come out. You're holding the bow with your ring and your middle finger. Actually, the pinky's doing some balancing and such, but it's mainly the middle and the ring finger. And I started studying other people's bow hands and came to realize to hold the bow is not a matter of pinching. The thumb has very little to do with it. It's actually, a better word would be cradling the bow. There's a reason a lot of teachers teaching young students will tell them in the lower half of the bow to face the bow hair towards them. Why is that? Because it lays the stick and the frog over so that they sit in the cradle of these two fingers, the middle and the ring finger. The bow sits there. So you're not actually gripping, you're not pinching. You're just allowing the bow to sit in your hand. That's what they mean by holding. You're just creating the cradle, the bow sits in there. And from there, well, from this exercise, we can see no thumb, okay? Come up here, comes up, no thumb, yeah? And we can control the bow. It's sitting in that cradle. So if I turn the bow hair flat to the violin, in order to pick it up and really be safe, I can't get my thumb out like this because I have to pinch it if I'm like this, okay? The exception is for later on when they learn to play with a flat bow hair, okay? They're leaving the bow on the string. They're not picking it up. They're leaving it on the string, okay? So if you're leaving the bow on a string, there's and you're a more advanced player, there's really no reason to tilt the bow hair to you and, you know, to pick up the bow, so to speak, like this, okay? You can just leave it there, unless you wish to feather the bow change, which, okay, yes, you can feather the bow change with pressure. Some people, they combine pressure with contact point and a few other things to make a silent bow change. It's cool. There are many different schools of thought on that. So whatever your teacher's telling you to do for a silent bow change, listen to your teacher, because there's so many different ways to do it. However, that being said, the simple thing that stays constant through all the different schools, be it Russian, Franco-Belgian, etc., is holding the bow. Yeah, cradling the bow, letting the bow sit inside that cradle of your middle and ring fingers. So you're not pinching with your thumb. You're just creating cradle for your bow to sit. And you'll notice, you should notice right away, the sound changes, especially if you have another person in a room far away from you. They can hear it before you can. A lot of times, like when I changed my grip from pinching to over like this, I was still so concentrating on all the other facets of my violin playing that I didn't really listen. but the people across the room heard it right away. So make sure you have somebody listen to you from across the room as you try different bow hold ideas to see what suits you. Now, again, as I said earlier, if there's something I'm saying that's contrary to what your teacher is saying, please ignore me, listen to your teacher. Okay? But that being said, this single principle of not pinching the bow, but cradling the bow, holding the bow. This is something I feel that a lot of my students, a lot of students that come to me, a lot of my beginning students, they really need to get this concept. My advanced students already have this, so I don't have to worry, but my beginning students really have to think and concentrate about not pinching, not forcing the bow, just cradling and just letting their fingers hold the bow gently. Okay? I hope this has been of some use to whoever's viewing this. And as always, I wish you all the best in this incredible journey on this wonderful instrument. Cheers.